Welcome back. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today, because of Father's Day, I've decided to do a Father's Day special in honor of my dad. So the reason I'm uploading it today is so you guys can prepare it for your dad and then give it to him tomorrow because it's Father's Day. Well, it depends. In America, it is. So my dad's favorite dinosaur is the Brontosaurus, even though that one doesn't really exist. But yeah, but a lot of people love the name Brontosaurus and that dinosaur. So that's what we're going to draw today. So I found this old stamp that was used in 1989 of two Brontosauruses. It's a USA stamp, but it's not in use anymore, but this is like, I don't know, some replica thing. So this is what I'm going to be using as a reference image. So yeah, I'm going to do the daddy Brontosaurus and then the son or daughter Brontosaurus. So yeah, let's begin. This is just going to be a regular tutorial, but it's in honor of Father's Day, so that's why I'm drawing it. This is the Brontosaurus, and I know a lot of people love the Brontosaurus a lot. It was like, but now it's apparently known as Apatosaurus. But I've always known it as Apatosaurus. But like, I know a lot of other older people know it as Brontosaurus, but like even people in their 20s still think it's Brontosaurus. So I guess it's more of a recent thing. I've heard that many paleontologists still would like it to be called the Brontosaurus because it's a much more cooler name. It means thunder reptile, and now it's supposed to be Apatosaurus, but that just means deceptive reptile. So the names are completely different. So yeah, let's focus on the drawing now. So I just put in this S-type shape just for the neck and body. And then I will put in the bone, so where the legs aren't that tall, so the foot will be right about there. I'm copying the image quite closely. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know the story of Brontosaurus and how it got mixed up by Othniel Charles Marsh, I believe. He found the Apatosaurus skeleton and then found a Camarasaurus skull, and then he put the two together and named it Brontosaurus. But so technically Brontosaurus does not exist, but you can just call it the Brontosaurus Apatosaurus, or the Apatosaurus Brontosaurus. So I know a lot of people who do that. And I found out a lot of people love the plant-eating sauropods, the long-necks, better than the meat-eaters, but I'm more of a meat-eater fan, so you'll find that most of my videos are on carnivorous dinosaurs. So yeah, that looks pretty good for, just putting an outline in right now. It's got a very thick neck. It's so funny to see how dinosaurs art has changed in the last century. It's gone, I think it's gotten better, but people have really changed a lot of things. So that's good for, I'm putting in the head right now. Put in the nose, the eye will be right about there. So I believe this is only the third long neck plant eater I've drawn. I did that how to draw an easy dinosaur video that had a long neck, but that was not that professionally drawn. So yeah, this is the daddy Brontosaurus, and then I will put the I don't know, yeah, the son. I just call it the son because I don't be me and dad. So unless you're like a girl and you're drawing this, and you can do like the same thing, but in the picture, it's actually the other dinosaur looks smaller because it's in the background. But right now, I'm actually gonna make it a a baby Brontosaurus. So you can just put in the body there. Just doing the outline right now. And the Brontosaurus tail in this picture is dragging on the ground, but new science shows it that it actually held it up in the air. See, instead of dragging it on the ground. Make it drag. Because apparently they didn't find any tracks with tail marks dragging behind it. Now to make it look more like a baby Brontosaurus, we will have to make its eyes a bit bigger and the head a bit bigger. So like, that'll make it look younger. Because like babies have way bigger heads for the size of their bodies than adults do. Maybe I'll make the neck a little bit wider. And I'll put in some muscles like the So yeah, I think this is a really good outline. I'm just going to draw the two walking along what appears to be like a dry mudland, and then there are trees in the back, but we don't have to put this in. I'm just going to... And you could think of some cute saying to do it, or to like write alongside your drawing. But people really appreciate drawings, so... So now we're gonna start refining and rendering in the drawing with the pencil. I will try and teach you guys how to draw a little more here than I did in the outline. So I have another pencil here that's dark, a softer but way darker color. So like, it's the same color, but like, it's really good for shading. But I will use that later. And the best way to like know where to put the shading is if you squint at the drawing or like the reference image, like you squint at it, and then you'll really see the dark and light spots, and then that'll help you make your shading look much more realistic. Like I finished a few portraits of some people I know, and that tip really helped. So I can just refine the head a bit. The drawing here, you can't really tell if the Brontosauruses have scales, but so the bottom jaw is quite dark. But it does have a little tint of light on the bottom. We want to make the Brontosauruses look friendly though. I don't think there are many artists out there anymore who draw Brontosaurus. They usually just draw Apatosaurus. But I know a lot of people got confused and were kind of upset with it not being a Brontosaurus. So that's good for the head. Now I'm just going to start working on the neck. quite wrinkly on the neck, like. And then it's. See, the neck is so long that it takes a while to draw. It's like very long neck. That may be one reason I like drawing carnivorous dinosaurs better. So you can just put in little lines like that. It just takes a while. I might actually use this one. It's got a wider tip, so it might go faster. It's not as fine, but it's wider. Now we'll return to this pencil, a mechanical pencil. I don't want to smear this too much, but you can just render in the neck really any way you like, but just like a tube, basically. I might smudge it a bit. Top there, the neck's not really cooperating, doesn't look that good. I'm tempted to put scales in, just to make it look more like a dinosaur. Otherwise it looks just like a tube almost. So you can put a little bit of scales in on the top, unless yours is looking really good right now. So and the thing is that the neck is really light on the top, like there's no line really. On the top. So that's good for the neck. Finally we're done. Now we can work on the back. Hopefully this will be a bit easier. So I will start working on this leg. Trying to make it look more realistic. Then you can put in the toes. I'll put on the belly, and then this other front foot. I'm not used to drawing dinosaurs like this. Well, so now that we've gotten that in, I will put a bit of shading in. So here's this area here is quite dark. So we'll darken it up a bit. It actually goes along the whole belly. I'll probably end the picture right about there. And it's really dark behind the front leg. The whole belly is a darker color. And then this leg is almost darker because it's under the belly. And then it gets lighter as it gets near the bottom. This drawing doesn't have that much scales or lines in it. It's mostly just shading. But it's a very pretty drawing, so I like it. I wonder who was the artist for that picture, but it's definitely, you can tell it's an older picture. Because paleo art has really changed. Like the first drawings of dinosaurs in the 1800s, they were way off. Like they weren't realistic at all. So the leg is really just lines, but I might put a few scales in. Like so. Then it's got the really tall backbone. I guess this would be the stomach. You just have to give it a roundish look. But again, it doesn't have any scales. It's very confusing for me. I will probably put a few scales just to make it look better. I think for me the easiest dinosaurs to draw are the ones from Jurassic World, the game. Just because they have more like definite lines. I don't really like copying other artists' pictures. Because they have their own styles of drawing stuff, and I like to do my own. So now that we're done with the daddy Brontosaurus, I'm going to move on to the baby. I'll move the camera up so you guys can see it a bit better. I don't want to smudge, so I might put a piece of paper like right there, so my hand doesn't smudge it. Might need to zoom in a bit for you guys. There. So that's what the baby's head's gonna look like. So this neck is going to be easier to draw than the other one. Just because it's shorter and not as wide. So that's pretty good for the neck. We're basically just copying the first dinosaur, but this is obviously a different one. Smaller. So make the feet look a little bit bigger, just to give it that younger look. Don't want to make it look like a cartoon, but this one's a bit darker here, and it's lifted up. Like so. And now we can just put in the back ridge. There's a lot of lines, not so much rendering and stuff. So the belly will be right about there. Just make it darker. Just put on that shoulder blade. Then I'll put the scales in advance. It's actually turning out to be a really nice drawing. And if you're giving it away, I'm sure your father will love it. And they probably know, or they probably have heard of Brontosaurus before, because it's a very famous dinosaur. Like, I don't know who doesn't know about Brontosaurus. I guess 20 years ago it was almost, or no, probably like more than that, like maybe 40 years ago, it was more famous than T-Rex. And this leg is pretty dark as well, which makes it easier to draw. And the tail, I may need to tilt this just so I can get my hand in. Tail is dragging along the ground. So that's good for the tail. And now really all there's left to do is put in some ground around the dinosaurs. You can even put a bit of shadow under where the dinosaurs are. That'll make it look more realistic. So yeah, hope you guys have a great Father's Day tomorrow. Or, I don't know when you're watching this, if you're just watching it for the drawing on how to draw it, that's totally okay. And now we just have to sign it. I might sign it on this end actually. And I might even like write up here, Happy Father's Day. Not that good with letters. You can write it better than this, I bet, but just gonna write. I might shade it later. Something like that. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. I never pay attention to the camera. I'm always looking at my drawing. So yeah, I can't really fit that all onto one page, but hope you like this video. Like it, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And thanks for watching.